Okay. Sir, am I audible now?
Now you are audible now. You can please.
You are audible. You can start from the beginning. That's what sir is saying. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, all. On behalf of Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, I welcome Dr. Abhay Wagh, Director, DTE Maharashtra State Mumbai, Dr. D.V. Jadhav, Joint Director, Regional Office DTE Pune, Honorable Managing Trustee, Vishwakarma Institutes, Mr. Bharat Agrawal, Honorable Director, Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune, Dr. Rajesh Jalnekar, all principals of various colleges, all faculty members, and dear students. I welcome you all for the inaugural ceremony of regional level project competition, which is jointly organized by Directorate of Technical Education, Regional Office Pune, and Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune. In our tradition, teaching learning culture, we chant this mantra: Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahana Viryam Karvavahe, Tejasvina Viditamastu Ma Vidvishavai, which means before we begin any new study, like today's project competition, it's project-based learning. Saying this mantra will enable us to concentrate, focus, work together on the solution with healthy competition. In Indian culture, Tejachi Aradhana, lighting a lamp before any event, is considered to be auspicious. Let us start our program by lighting a lamp. I request the dignitaries to proceed the E-Deep Prajwalan by double-clicking on the screen. I request Dr. Abhay Wagh, Director DTE, Maharashtra State, Mumbai, to double-click on the screen. I request
Yeah, you can go ahead, madam.
I request Honorable Managing Trustee, Vishwakarma Institutes, Mr. Bharat Agrawal, to light the e-lamp. I now request Dr. D.V. Jadhav, Joint Director, Regional Office DTE Pune, to double-click on the screen. I request Honorable Director, Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune, Dr. Rajesh Jalnekar, to light the e-lamp. I now request our program coordinators, Dr. Ganesh Dongre and Professor Mukund Kulkarni, to light the e-lamp. Thank you all. By lighting the lamps, the honorable dignitaries have formally inaugurated the project competition. Project competitions are particularly important to not only develop competitive attitude among students, but also stimulates project-based learning among the students. And this also teaches the teamwork and builds more hand skills that are highly desired by the industry. I now request the Head of Department of Multidisciplinary Engineering, Professor Mukund Kulkarni, to brief us about today's event. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Respected Dr. Abhay Wagh, sir. Respected Bharat Agrawal. Respected Dr. D. Jadhav, sir. Respected Dr. Principals of various engineering institutions. The respected judges who have spared their valuable time for judging this competition, and my dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce you the concept of this regional level project competition. 2 months back, when we had a discussion with Dr. D.V. Jadhav, Joint Director, Regional Office, he said that as a part of Bharat Ki Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, Honorable Minister would like to organize different technical events which will benefit the students of engineering institutions and by and large the society. And as a part of that, this regional level project competition is being organized jointly by Directorate of Technical Education, Maharashtra Regional Office Pune and Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune. Next slide, sir, please. So objectives of this project competition is basically to create a culture of innovation amongst the student. Basically, we want to develop the entrepreneurial mindset among the students, because we strongly believe that the students can put whatever they learn in theory into practice by developing some working model, and that particular model can be then converted into products. We want the student to make aware of the different types of government supports available to carry forward their projects as entrepreneur ventures. And of course, we want the students to connect with the like-minded innovators. And that's the reason why all the judges we have called for this particular project competitions are from industry. Next, please. This particular project competition is basically focused on the local needs, advancement of technology, and innovative project concepts. For example, socially relevant problems can be solved, and that was the main aspect of this particular project competition. For example, let us say smart agriculture. So if you take an example of a smart agriculture actually addresses to 2 to 3 different fields of technology, like image processing, robotics, and most importantly, Internet of Things also. And at the same time, it also helps our farmers to do the farming in more efficient and effective way. So that was the main concept, that how can we use technology for the betterment of the society. When we have floated this particular idea of project competition to various engineering institutions, let me tell you that this particular project competition is for all the engineering, pharmacy college and architectural college of the western region of the state of Maharashtra. That is for the districts of Pune, Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara and Solapur. So when we have given them the idea of this project competition, we have told them that first you need to identify domain, you need to identify the technology which is required for implementing that particular concept in a domain, and most importantly the tools that that are required to implement that particular concept. So we have come up with 10 to 12 different domain areas, and the different domain areas that were given to the participants were agriculture, defense, healthcare, smart energy, then assistive aid, water management, green earth, a smart city, then security systems, automobiles, space. These are the different domain areas which we have given. There was a very systematic procedure which we have adopted for selection of the projects. First, the projects were submitted in the form of live demonstration and models, and we have asked all the participants to share a small video of 5 minutes about the working model of that particular project. And that particular working model should be based on innovative ideas in the given categories. Then Vishwakarma Institute of Technology have conducted the internal project competition based on the given themes, as well as all the institutes were asked to conduct the internal competition to select the best projects from different branches, and selected projects from the institute level round were scrutinized by final for the final round, and that is how we have total 82 projects which are being shortlisted for the final round. So we have received more than 125 projects for this particular competition from the 3 different domains, engineering, pharmaceutical, and architecture, out of which 82 projects have been selected for the final round, which was based on their novelty and creativity. And these 82 projects are divided into 8 different tracks. So further details and all these particular tracks, about the information about the tracks, will be given by Professor Dr. Ganesh Dongre at the end of this particular session. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank Directorate of Technical Education for giving us this opportunity to host this project competition. And we strongly believe that this project competition will definitely benefit all the participants and by and large the society. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for setting up the tone of the event. I now request Honorable Director, Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Ma'am, if you can remove the slide.
Already, sir, slide here.
Slide.
Screen sharing band.
Good morning to all of you. Respected Dr. Abhay Wagh, sir, Bharat Agrawal, Dr. D.V. Jadhav, Dr. Ganesh Dongre, Mukund Kulkarni, all the members of the organizing team, all the principals, faculty, and my dear students who are participating in this project competition. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you for participating in this event. And I also wish you good luck ahead so that you can manifest all your skills through this project competition. Engineering is what I heard in my school days is, engineering is application of science. In many of the universities, there is an applied science department. And under that department or that university section, there is an engineering.
Mr. Mayur Boli, please will you please mute yourself, Mr. Mayur Boli.
So engineering is mostly problem solving for the welfare of the humanity through socio-economic growth via projects, case studies, surveys, creativity, innovation, and research, so many other aspects. And the purpose is entirely to apply whatever a student learns in his theory classes through a laboratory, through a research laboratory, through a research facilities for the betterment and welfare of the human society. As Professor Mukund Kulkarni highlighted, the projects or the case studies or the surveys, here we are confined to projects, is applied for socio-economic growth, means which are relevant to the society, maybe in agriculture domain, maybe in the healthcare, maybe in the renewable energy sources or resources. It can be in the domain of space, defense, and so on. At VIT, we have identified more than 25 domains where the students can apply their engineering knowledge, the technology they have learned for the betterment of the humanity and socio-economic growth of the society. So through a project, we learn many important things. It's never can be neglected. When 4 and 5 students come together, it's first of all a peer learning. Most of the time, our skills are mutually exclusive. In sense, I may be good at programming, somebody may be good at designing, somebody may be good at tasting, and so many things. So when such group comes together, the mutually exclusive skills, they resonate and produce an outcome which is unbelievable. So that is the first thing when we work on projects, that is a peer learning. Second thing is the team management. Because most of the time when we work, we need to work with a team which is unknown to us at the beginning at least. And we need to gel with the team members, understand their skills, understand their views, understand their relative strengths, and then align ourselves with those team members. So it's a great learning ability, and it's a great learning opportunity for all of us when we work in a team. So another is the emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, for that matter, what's called in these days, is 20% to 90% of one's success in the professional world does not depend on IQ. It depends on the EQ. It's called as the emotional quotient. Emotional quotient means how do you manage the emotions of your one's own self and the emotions of your team members. Because team members are what they are. You cannot keep changing the team members. What you need to do is only extract the maximum outcome from the existing team members. And therefore, you need to manage them. You need to manage their emotions and get the best out of them. Then another is project also helps us improve our critical thinking, or rather apply our critical thinking in a given situation. So critical thinking is a very important thing, because there are situations in life where we need to think considering various pros and cons in a given situation. Also, as I mentioned earlier, project helps us to address and understand the problems in the society and solve them and resolve them. Decision making is another important thing, because most of the time projects are not static. They are very dynamic. What does it mean? I cannot plan any project or any system which I design right from the beginning and anticipate everything that's going to come at the end, till the end. I need to adopt. I need to be flexible. I need to change my strategy. It is most of the time as and when the situation comes. So here, the decision making, the strategies which I have thought of, the programs which I have thought of, the design which I have thought of need to be changed. And therefore, I need to be dynamic, and therefore decision making is very important as the situation comes. And critical thinking is also coupled with this. Then the flexibility, because cognitive flexibility means when I am working with a definite plan, all of a sudden in the midst of the project, I need to change it. So how I am flexible? Am I flexible or I am rigid? So this also I learn through the projects. Then there are many other important aspects also. This one is the service orientation. What is the service orientation? It's also called as the service attitude. Because when I'm working on a project, I should work it in such a way that the product is totally beneficial to the society. And that measures my service attitude. For example, when Apple has designed this phone, they have designed it keeping in mind the customers so that they are at the maximum comfort, not only in terms of the usability of it, the interface of it, but in terms of the health issues also. So that measures my service. And lastly, there are many others, but in my concluding part, I said that lastly is the character of the attitude of a person is tested when he's working on the project. So what is the attitude? Attitude is never giving up attitude, because most of the time when we are working, whether it is a case study, a survey, a research project, or a normal project, or a dissertation, or a thesis, we are landing in we land in a situation where we want to give up, completely give up. But are we, do we show our character and attitude at that time and continue with the positive sense of attitude and complete the project to the best of its whatever we have thought of with the specification. So with this ingredient, I think it's a great opportunity for all the students to work on projects. At VIT, what we are doing is not only we have a project at the end in the last year, which is the conventional traditional way in any engineering college, but in VIT, we have projects right from the first year, because we have understood that the overall growth of a student depends on this project. Whatever I learned, I heard this in my colleges also, theory without practice or practicals or project is useless. But practice or projects without theory is a disaster. So theory, when it is coupled with the projects, and the projects, when they are rightly implemented for whatever theory we have learned, I think we can give maximum to the society. And thus there is a complaint from the industry, there's a grievance from the industry that the students which come out of the colleges, are not performing up to the expectation, they are not employable. And the project-based learning and project-centric learning can help the entire academics to prepare their students not only to be industry ready, but future ready. So there are other many secondary skills, now presenting your work, discussing your work with your peers and with your seniors, with your guide, with your supervisor, with your auditors also. And one more thing, the technical writing. Because when we write our normal papers, we by heart and reproduce it, but through your project, we need to write down whatever we have done. And all those who have done PhD, they may confess this, that when I worked on my PhD, I didn't realize that I have worked, and my work is so good. But when I wrote it, when I write it completely, the thesis, I realized, oh yes, my work is worth a PhD project. So I urge all the students to not only give importance to the project which you are doing at the academics, but you also understand that in your near future, when you join the industry or a master's program, you have to emphasize on project. And such project competition will not only help the student to inspire each other, to motivate, encourage each other, but importantly, to learn from each other. When we compete with each other, we bring everything down many a times. Not always, but sometimes. But when we learn from each other, we take the entire system up. And therefore, I would like to thank Wagh sir and Jadhav sir for taking this initiative of organizing this project competition and giving opportunity to all the students to perform and manifest and then present their skills in front of all the external examiners from the industry. So I once again congratulate all the students for participating in this event and wish them a good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. We in VIT, with Sir's vision, we are already experiencing all these qualities in our students, like the skill sets getting upgraded, like peer learning or team management, emotional quotient, and not giving up at the last moment, just fighting spirit, and all these things we are experiencing. And with Sir's vision, our students are learning, and from every year they are excelling in their skills that we are seeing. So it's a very good opportunity. He has always been a source of inspiration to all of us. I now request Dr. D.V. Jadhav, sir, Joint Director, Regional Office, DTE Pune, to share his thoughts.
Thank you, madam. महाराष्ट्राचे तंत्रशिक्षण संचालनाचे संचालक माननीय डॉक्टर अभय वाघ, ज्यांच्या नेतृत्वात महाराष्ट्राचं तंत्रशिक्षण एक वेगळी दिशा घेऊन इत्यादी नवी नवी यशाची शिखरे गाठते. श्री भरत अग्रवाल, डॉक्टर जालनेकर, या कार्यक्रमाचे समन्वयक श्री डोंगरे सर आणि डॉक्टर कुलकर्णी, विविध पार्टिसिपंट. आपला हा आजचा कार्यक्रम भारताच्या स्वातंत्र्याच्या अमृत महोत्सवानिमित्त आहे. त्यामुळे मी सर्व ज्ञात अज्ञात शहीदांना विनम्र अभिवादन करतो आणि आपल्या सर्वांचं अभिनंदन करतो फॉर द 75th year of India's independence. Sir, when this initiative was taken, the Honorable Director sir has kept the vision before us that in a different way, the technical education should celebrate the 75th year of India's independence. He particularly planned that there should be different activities like conferences, student conferences, technical exhibitions, and smart hackathon. We had a meeting with all joint directors, and then finally, when this plan was put before by the directorate at the regional level, we have planned that apart from this, few more will be added. So instead of that, in our Pune region, so we had this is the second technical exhibitions. The first was for the polytechnic student that has been held on 7th of January of this month, and two more technical exhibitions has been planned in the month of May in association with the Savitribai Phule Pune University. We have 6 different conferences, 2 student conferences, and at the Maharashtra level, the hackathon competitions will be arranged by the COEP that is being also released. See, this initiative has been taken for this by the team of VIT, so I take this opportunity to compliment the entire team of VIT, because I am observing since last 2 months the efforts taken by the VIT team for nicely planning and executing, and the efforts they are putting. If the pandemic would not have been at the peak, this would have a mega event offline at the VIT campus. We hope that this event, next event, will be the best event as far as the offline is concerned. We have seen the advances in technology and its benefits in the pandemic situation, and that is a major contribution made by the technical educations of the technology for the society. Dear students, friends, when you pass out, it is expected that you have to apply the knowledge of basic knowledge of science, mathematics, and engineering to a real-time complex engineering problem. By identifying the societal, economical, and environmental issues, by maintaining the ethics. Being the knowledge is very huge, we have a curriculum which has the boundaries for the knowledge, and that's why we must have a capability of lifelong learning, so that whenever the need arises, we learn a new thing by a lifelong process, and we are going on inventing a new projects. You have adopted this practice or implementing your project, and now Directorate of Technical Education is giving a chance to you to present this idea where you may convert your product which you have implemented into a startup. Honorable Prime Minister has taken initiative. 2 days before we have celebrated the startup day. So can we convert into your product into a startup? And that's why today our coordinator has said that all the judges or reviewers are from the industries, so they may give you the better suggestions. So my students, friends, my best compliment to all of you for this project competitions. This is the beginning, not the end. Few of you may get the prizes, but this doesn't mean that others are not up to that. All the projects that have been selected for these presentations are the best one, for which you all have pressed your best efforts. So once again, I compliment all of you, and thanks the team of VIT and Honorable Director sir for giving a directions for celebrating the 75th year of India's independence. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir, for the trust shown in us and giving us an opportunity to coordinate this activity. Thank you. I request Dr. Abhay Wagh, Director, DTE Maharashtra State, Mumbai, to give the chief guest address. Please, sir.
Yeah, good morning all. I could see today the chairman of VIT, Mr. Bharat Agrawal, for today's function. Of course, the director of VIT is there, who is a good friend of mine, Mr. Jalnekar. And my colleague from Directorate of Technical Education, who is handling Joint Director Office in Pune region, Mr. Jadhav ji. And all the, of course, the institution leaders, principals, directors, and all the students, especially which are present, and the jury. I mean, the industry front, which is available today for this function. I really welcome you for this particular event. I'm happy really because today, I think it is the right time we are conducting this competition because of two reasons. As I first, Mr. Jadhav told you is that, it's rightly said by him that when the letter came from central government ministry of education, and the overall it was the idea of central ministry saying that why not every state should celebrate this Bharat ki Azadi ka Amrut Mahotsav. And it was really a good occasion for all of us to take ahead this particular idea and how to go about this. Then there were the discussions in the ministry level as well. That time I said, I don't want to do a normal things in this particular coming, let us say, year or so. But naturally, we conduct some social program that can be conducted in arts, commerce colleges, that the conduction of the blood donation camps, NSS events, this, that is okay. Let it be, it's a part of the system. But I said, when a director of technical education is taking this agenda ahead, we should do something differently. And what differently, that then we thought, let us have conduct the good to upscale the students, to hunt their talents. Let us have good debate programs, project competitions, conferences, paper writing skills imparting in the students. Why not this research inculcation and all? That was the whole idea of mine. And that is what we could start with, having this site of project competitions, hackathon, whatever going ahead in this complete year of plan. I'm really happy because of another reason as well, as this is the very right time I said, and it is a verge that 16th of January, now Honorable PM and Honorable Central Government has declared that yes, it should be a startup day celebrated in India, that is 16th of Jan. And on that occasion, I can say on the verge of that occasion, immediately on 18th, we are conducting this particular competition. It is a real, I can say, a real sense of that, the idea what was floated is going today. I'm really happy, friends, because of the two reasons. But I mean, as a director of technical education, I'm looking this particular event very differently. And I'm happy that the students are there today. Education leaders are there, institution principals are there. I have some issues to be discussed. I think this is the right platform today to discuss with you all with the educators, so that the policy of the government of Maharashtra will really roll on in a right spirit. Dear friends, when we are celebrating this in a one way, but in another way, Jalnekar also told, and even all the social media and the general talk, when you have certain surveys came in last 3 years, and they talk a lot about, there is a buzz always in this fraternity of technical education that the employability of engineers is always in discussions. I thought, why this is happening? And the Directorate of Technical Education have gone in details of this, why this is happening, why this buzzword is coming on the employability part. Let us go in details of that. And that is what today's context is almost all about today's event is. So, dear friends, when you talk about the overall education system as on today, of course, people always cite out the education system when we discuss, that is in a Bloom's taxonomy overall together when we discuss. And then starting from 1956, when the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid, we all know educators, but really in the sense of that taxonomy pyramid, today's education system is working. This is my question to you all. My friends, I'm sorry to say that, yes, we have to change our education system right from a bottom to upper sector of that particular pyramid. There are 6 segments, I can say, which are defined in the Bloom's taxonomy, but we are really working in lower 3 more. That are what? That are remembering, understanding, and applying. See, engineering knowledge is also, even a pharmacy knowledge is also limited to these 3 segments. We are only remembering the things, understanding the things, and applying somewhere which is required. Rather, upper 3 sectors are very important that we are not touched in a real spirit, what I mean to say. What are those 3? Those are next level, 4th level is the analyzing level. The 5th level will be evaluating level, and the 6th level is the creativity level. Are we reaching to real creativity level is a question as on today. And that is what, taking this ahead, I observe that overall students are in a lower 3 page remembering. I mean, we are in the phase of, let us say, we swallow the things and we omit the things. Jala Marathi मध्ये आपण म्हणतो घोका आणि ओका. आपण फक्त फॉर्म्युले, त्याची सिस्टम ही फक्त घोकतो आणि जशीच्या तशी रिप्रोड्यूस करायच्या दृष्टीने परीक्षेत लिहितो, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ओकतो, आणि ते करून आपल्याला मार्क्स मिळतात. अशी एज्युकेशन सिस्टम झाली आहे. Sorry to say this, but we have to change this system, my friend. And we all can change as a policy makers, all the university leaders, education leaders like you all, and the teachers fraternity will have to take a major role in this system. And what are those roles, and what directorate is looking after that? Coming to 21st century, how the system should change. See, it should evolve with this ecosystem, what I said about these 6 segments. Then I should say, in 21st century, there was a survey conducted as on today. What is happening that every person, I'm not saying every citizen of India, has to have themselves a upskilling and reskilling model. What is it? My friends, it is well said that 40 to 48% of your skills are out of date today after every 6 months. That means every person has to change whatever the skill set is there in with me. I have to change my 40 to 42% skill set every 6 months. And like that, 1 year or 1 year and 2 months span, I will change myself and I will totally reskill. So if Dr. Abhay is there, Dr. Abhay has to skill this 42% in a 6 months, and then last coming 6 months, the whole skills. That means after a year, I will be totally reskilled, Abhay, I can see. This is what a citizen has to be done. Every citizen, I'm not saying engineer, that to engineering, it is a more relevant thing what I observe. And that is what, taking this upskilling and reskilling model ahead, I am stating clearly that how Directorate of Technical Education is taking it ahead with a different initiatives. When I say skills, definitely then the question comes, and the leaders of education system ask me, sir, which skills you are expecting? When I talk to the industries, in details, I spoke to more than 500 industries, major, smaller scale, medium scale industries in this span of these 2 months. And I came with a simple thing that, yes, if we really have to have a change in this whole ecosystem of India, the 3 types of life sets, I mean, the skills has to be imparted to the students. And which are those? I can categorize them in 3 parts, major. Those are first category, what I call it as a learning skills. Second category is the literacy skills, and third category are life skills. So every person has to be skilled in these 3. What you will teach them in a learning skill, when I say learning skill, there has to be 4 C's involved. First, critical thinking, creativity thinking, collaborative thinking, and a communicative thinking. So these are the 4 C's involved in the first category called learning skill. It has to be there. You have your curriculum in this way. Then second category, what I expect is a literacy skill. It's very important, and I call it as IMT approach towards that, IMT skills towards that. That is information literacy, media literacy, and a technological literacy. Every day the technology is changing. So these 3 types of skills I'm expecting in literacy skills. And the third category, I talk about life skills that we all talk about in general. That is what it is called flip model. What is that? That is a flexibility, leadership skills, initiative skills, productivity skills, and a social skills in it. If we have this really a skill set developed in these three categories, I'm 100% damn sure that every student coming out of my engineering institution will be placed in the industries very easily. There is no way out to that. But we have to go a system, because students, see, anyway, students has to give the inputs. The students are more smart nowadays because of all these internet platforms that they have. They are very smarter people we have in front. Very smart students. It is our job to give them particular inputs so that they will be developed and they will become employable. And taking this all skills, what I shared with you, we are changing. Directorate of Technical Education, since I have taken over as a Director of Technical Education in last 3 years, we are revamping the whole system. What we are doing, what are the major initiatives, that whenever I discuss this thing with the industries, it is observed that, yes, industry says that, do you have the curriculum which is updated? And we all will agree this. And there we are insisting the government, as well as we as a directorate, to all the universities, as well as the polytechnics, because the polytechnic is in a way directly with our board. I am the chairman. So I have implemented it last 3 years back, that the curriculum has to be changed from scratch. What we did, we called 100 industries, right from Tata Motors and TCS, Reliance, major industries, then 100 industries from medium scale and 100 industries from a small scale, even MSMEs we do. And we found the best pool out of that, good talent out of that. And we collaborated with our academicians of polytechnics and engineering. And they came up with a wonderful initiative called as I-curriculum. That is called OBE, Outcome-Based Education Industry Curriculum. I-curriculum, we named it as. And I'm really happy, my friends, that the industry curriculum is a totally skill-based. Theory is less and more are the practicals, skills, all the skills what I shared. It is embedded such a way that every course and every even subject has that particular skill in it. That way it is developed. And so that the whole credits are been designed all across the tailor-made program with the industries called as industry curriculum. After that, not only that, we have embedded an implant training compulsory. I'm happy that 3 years back, Directorate of Technical Education took this initiative, that implant training has to be there for the students unless and until they go to the industries and they are really open with the processes of industries, they will not learn the engineering actually. And that was my idea. And I'm happy, my friends, when we started this 3 years back, that time 67,000 students actually went to the industries because no pandemic was there 3 years back. And I'm happy, my friends, this particular model has been taken by AICT then as it is, and it has been today, it is made mandatory for all engineering colleges and polytechnic in the whole nation as such. So I'm proud of that. Yes, it is a need of, and today we did it from last 3 years. I'm really happy. These type of initiatives will really put the skills in the students, will be embedded in the students in the curriculum itself, and those students will become employable to the students. Not only this, institutions has to be developed in that way. So faculties has to be trained. So we started the initiative, faculties has to go to industries. Unless and until faculties will go to industry, I request kindly keep your mics on a mute mode. Dr. Sangeeta is there, Dr. Omkar is there, Jadhav is there, their mics are on.
Karade sir, mute kara tha.
This is not fair. When somebody is speaking, at least we should have this protocol now, because we are now familiar with the online systems and we are discussing and somebody is talking. This is really not good on part of educators, we all that. This is a simple protocol we should follow. Anyway, coming to the issue what I was discussing, so these type of initiative wherein the institution should also have the accreditation, because unless and until you prove, yes, the faculty is well trained where we have. When I talk about faculty training, I insisted first that before student, faculty should go to industries. Why not? I rolled this model that why not every department should send 2 faculty members in a way, in a one go. Let us say this winter and summer. Winter, one person will go, summer, one person. There are 8 faculty members in a department. Let us roll them all 8 into the industry. Let them go to industries. In their interested industries, let them go. Understand the situation, what is going in industry. Because latest technologies are coming. If you will learn, definitely in a way, you will give to the students. That is my philosophy. And that is what we insist now, engineers and all faculty members, that you should go first to the industry. Learn your field, learn the technologies. You can see latest technologies in the industry. And then in a way, you can give to your students afterwards. After faculty training, we came to overall accreditation part. Yes, institute, when it is said accredited, then it is somewhere said that students will be attracted. Yes, this institute is accredited. Why not? I should admit in this institution. So that way we are really hand-holding every institution of technical education. That institute should be accredited and uplifted towards quality of education, what we talk about, OBE and all these parameters. With this ahead, the very important parameter that we have taken initiatives, that talent hunt. And that is what today the event is. The talent hunt idea is that every student, what I observe is today, have a brilliant talent in them. Wonderful students are coming to us. But though talent has to be hunted somewhere and to be given one platform to them to perform their best. And that is what today's event is. To start from the project competition. Students are doing beautifully. Well, they have certain ideas. Why not germinate their ideas? Convert those germination of the ideas and incubate that, handhold to incubate that idea, convert that incubation into innovation, and that innovation into commercialization. This is what then whole ecosystem will be developed in the state of Maharashtra, what I expect. So as a director of technical education, I am expecting this from these events. Actually, project competition is a seed of that germination today. And that is what I said in initial talk. Yes, this is the right time we are celebrating the startup day. So when I say seeding that, so these project competitions, we are promoting students area-wise. In every nook and corner, every student has to be exposed with this type of events of project competition. His idea has to be germinated. Why not the industry personnel will go? This was my idea. No academician, one academician will do, but maximum industry person should be there when they visit the project. Select their good projects. They give them the prizes to motivate the students. We will conduct this competition at the nation level, I mean the state level. We will find out some good projects, and then the idea is that handhold those projects, convert that idea into germination of that and innovating that. Let us convert that. Commercialized product has to come out of that idea, and that is what real startup, what we talk about. And that I'm expecting from this project competition. And for that, Director of Technical Education and our team is really committed to all this. We want that good projects should come, good ideas should come. We'll germinate them. We'll handhold the student actually up to angel investors. We have a pool of the angel investor. We'll open up that pool with you all, and we'll see that a student will convert his idea into a startup. And this is a real sense, the ecosystem, I can say, is developing in Maharashtra and then. When I say this, I expect it from every institution. Yes, that to handhold these students, come up with these ideas, what they are coming up, and really fetch them ahead and pull them into this pool, what we are looking for. I will surely expect out of this today's competition, we will be doing and we will be giving the best out of that. The best students will be awarded, no doubt with that, so that they will be motivated with their ideas. When I say idea, this really matters a lot. My friends, a simple idea makes the difference in the system. 3 years back, when we started this particular concept of incubation center, I'm happy today in all regions. Pune, we have one center. Mumbai, we have one center. Nagpur, we have one center. Aurangabad, we have one center. Wonderful incubators we have developed in the government institution. So that More than 60 projects, 78 projects, startups are really working in Pune region in COEP. VGTI, we have certain 50 plus startups are working. In like Ankur-like institution, Ankur-like one incubation center we have started in Aurangabad Engineering College 1 year back in pandemic situation. Though I need 8 to 9 startups, they are coming up. I mean, the ball has been rolled. Somewhere we alone, Directorate alone cannot take this initiative ahead. You are the real stakeholder. My students are the real stakeholder. Institution leaders and teachers, I always say, they are the ambassadors of the technical education. They will take this model ahead, and in terms, we can really help to the students to come with the entrepreneurs, to become entrepreneur, and entrepreneur means a startup, because unless and until whatever the model or the research coming out of this should not be filed in some papers as a patent. What is happening actually, sorry to say, in education system in India, we are doing research on a papers, but the paper becomes a part of the file and becomes a patent only. That this patent doesn't have any value. I call in my personal way that if I have a certain patent, 30 patents in my file, but unless and until I use that idea for commercializing that patent, it is called pickling of the patents. I don't want that. That patent should come in a market. We should commercialize that, and in a real sense, that should help the economy of the state of the Maharashtra. He or she himself, of course, will be benefited out of that, but the economy of the Maharashtra and ultimately, the state and the nation will be benefited. What we talk now, gig economy today, this word is very famous as far as economy terms are concerned. In a gig economy nowadays, this approach will be very essential, because multidisciplinary approach is coming. National education plan or a policy supports all these things. This is all mentioned in NEP only. So that we are already doing it, but somewhere we have to have that concrete ecosystem has to be there in India, and then the state of Maharashtra. As a major partner, state of Maharashtra, we have taken it ahead. And I'm really happy these sort of projects and these types of competitions will uplift the whole technical education quality in the state of Maharashtra. That will not only uplift the education part, but that will uplift the economy as well, because some startups will be rolled on. And these ideas will come up differently. Technology will come up because of this. And then in a real sense, I can call it as that KBE, that is a knowledge-based economy, what I speak about always. I'm the person, I always relate these things to the part of the economy of the system. Unless and until we develop, will not be sailed to be a superpower in the country. When we used to say, yes, India will be superpower, better doing country, of course, our economy should go above $5 trillion, at least what we are expecting. So for that, these are the concrete steps we have to take, my friend. I'm really happy that the VIT has taken this initiative in Pune region. And you all have taken this whole project. And I'm sure as a Director of Technical Education, whole team is with you, my students who are there attending this session. We will handle you at every step wherever you require. And I'm really happy that, yes, all will can develop the system this way that our economy will cross the $5 trillion figure, what we are expecting, what our all political leaders are expecting, and we will see the best system coming to the India. I'm really happy that VIT is taking this initiative. I congratulate to Jalnekar and Bharat Agrawal on this occasion that they have taken this particular initiative ahead. And real sense, I am saying that we are celebrating today the Bharat Ki Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and a real sense, a startup, what day 16 January was there. This is a real sense we are percolating it to the society. I mean it. And I expect the outcome of this particular competition will be definitely the excellent one. And we'll see some startups coming out of this whole ecosystem, what we are developing. Thank you all. Thank you for patient listening. Thanks for the organizers that they have called me for this occasion. as well as thanks to my Joint Director Pune region for arranging such a wonderful competition today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Today, I take this opportunity to assure you, sir, that VIT has already started working on upper three levels of Bloom's taxonomy. So this is really a nice initiative that is taken up. This will help students to introspect themselves, learn, and develop indirectly many skill sets within them. Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Managing Trustees, Trustee of Vishwakarma Institutes, Mr. Bharat Agrawal, to guide the participants. Please, sir.
Well, greetings to everyone. Honorable Dr. Abhay Wagh, Director of Technical Education, State of Maharashtra, Dr. D.B. Jadhav, all my fellow colleagues from Vishwakarma Institutes, principals, teaching staff members, students of various colleges in Pune. Wishing you all a very, very happy New Year, happy Matar Sankranti. And it's very nice that we are celebrating, or we have started the celebrations of our 75th year of independence. I totally compliment the Director of Technical Education Office, Dr. Wagh sir, Dr. Jadhav sir, for such an innovative and a new idea. Along with doing so many social activities which should be planned during such a festive year of 75th year of independence, we are doing something different. We are nurturing the talent. We are nurturing the entrepreneurship. We are motivating students to become creative and become innovative. In short, I believe, apart from doing social activities like blood donation camps or any other such things, which anyways used to be part of our celebrations, we are paving the way ahead on the 75th year of our independence, the path for India for the next 25-50 years. So it's a great initiative, sir. Let me once again compliment you all for this initiative. We are honored. We are in fact grateful to the DTE office for giving VIT a chance to host this event along with you. And I'm just once again being thankful to you. We to all my students over here, to all the faculty members who attending this event, well, project-based competitions, there are various examples that come in my mind on how these competitions or how participating in these competitions is useful. Sir just now has mentioned, Jalnekar sir mentioned in his talk about the importance of competitions, project work, Bloom's taxonomy, and so on. I think I have one simple example that I can recollect about 2 years back. One student from Vishwakarma Institutes group made a project of a small portal at the Maratha Chamber of Industries, Commerce and Agriculture, MCCIA. Since I am part of the EC of Maratha Chamber, I was able to view this project firsthand. There was a competition organized by Microsoft India at that time. This student participated in that competition, presented the project done at Maratha Chamber in that competition. I don't know whether he won it or not, but immediately after the competition, he was given a job by Microsoft without any interview, without any group discussion, without any written test. The job was offered to him only on the basis of the work he had done while doing that live project. I should also mention that he was given a very, very handsome salary. The opening salary that was awarded by Microsoft to him was about 1 lakh rupees per month at that time, about 3 years back. As I see various companies coming on our campuses for recruitment, many technology companies, many IT companies are recruiting now in bulk. The IT or the computer engineering space job market is so hot that anyone who is an engineer, at least a computer engineer, will get a job. The requirement of talent by these companies, by the corporates, is at the highest peak right now. They don't have time to scrutinize your resumes. They don't have time to conduct interviews of thousands of people to select 2. They don't have to engage their entire team to do group discussions of 1,000, 2,000 people. What these industries, what these recruiters, what the HR managers today are doing is They are simply seeing what project work, what internship, what hands-on things that the students have done, and based on that resume profile, the students are selected. Because it is a simple proof that the student has engineering knowledge, because he has already applied that knowledge during his project, during his internship. I think such project competitions also bring out second important facet required in today's world, which is competitiveness. It is always good to win and participate in amongst the institute competitions. And somehow we start believing कि मैं ये competition जीत गया मेरे department में, तो मैं मेरे college में सबसे होशियार बच्चा हूँ. The world is much larger outside, and as the world is larger, the competitiveness outside is also very large. It is important that students participate in such intercollegiate competitions, so that you not only compete from your peers, from within your friends, but also from students and peers from other colleges. And you might not know who wins. It would not be surprising that the winners or the best project ideas would come out from any college or any student. I remember reading the quote of Bill Gates saying that he is not worried about any competition coming to him from the Silicon Valley. He is not worried about any competition coming to him from the great universities of the USA. He is worried about competition coming to him, to Microsoft, from the garages, from the small houses where students are doing some small work, and that small work might spur to become a great idea and a great business model. I think an outcome of these project competitions should be that all students nurture that project idea into a patent, into a commercial project. Dr. Wagh sir has already mentioned there are various incubation facilities of the government and also private institutes, private parties outside. The startup ecosystem of India is also growing. We already have read and heard Honorable Prime Minister's talk on the Startup Day. We already are aware of the unicorns that are coming up in India. The 50% unicorns have come up in the last 1 year as compared to the last 10 years. This ecosystem is the right time for us to enter into this startup in the startup world. It is said that you should be on the start of a wave and not at the peak of a wave. I think the startup ecosystem for India is right at the start. If you enter it now, you will be able to ride the wave while it is also growing. I think let everyone participate, let everyone compete well. Thankful to all the jury members for giving their time to evaluate these students. But guys, my student friends, please be ready that this is one of the competitions that you will face in life. There would be many other competitions like these. As a student, as a professional that you will face, keep the winning spirit on, keep the positive spirit on. A failure is a learning experience and nothing more than that. Once again, I thank the DTE office, the DTE system for visioning this project exhibition, for visioning this celebration of the 75th year of India independence. If anything more is required from the Vishwakarma Institutes group side, we are more than willing to participate with you all, sir, and support all the activities and actions of the government of Maharashtra in this endeavor. Thank you all. Thank you, and my best wishes to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I must say here that under sir's able guidance and foresight, the institute is progressing towards newer heights, and we all are proud of that. I now call upon our Dean, Research and Innovation, Dr. Ganesh Dongre, to throw more light on today's event, that is project competition.
I'll just take a minute of yours. I will have to leave because I have another meeting again at 12 o'clock. It has scheduled. Only my request to Bharatji and Jalnekar is that now, as this whole event, as you must have recorded, you should put it on YouTube as well, so that we will keep on a directorate's website as well. It will be seen through lakhs of the students. Let this idea is rolled. Otherwise, what happens? We have so many meetings, we have so many things. It happens that day, and then again So let it be rolled in all the educational institutions by and large. So I request you kindly give a link to us also. My contact my PA. I will put it on my website as well, and yours website and all YouTube, so that everybody can, whenever they will put let us say event of Dr. Abhay Wagh, because so many videos then come, so that they can at least hear what Mr. Bharat ji said. So that is what we need, and that idea of ecosystem will roll out. Thank you.
Sorry, sir.
And
Sir,
I will have to
Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Share the link.
We'll do that, sir. We will
Thank
coordinate it with Dr. Jadhav, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you
Thank
for gracing the function.
Thank you,
Good day
sir.
to you all. Good day to you.
Thank you, sir.
Kannada sir, please.
You
share.
can continue.
Yeah. Kannada sir, please share the screen. So thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to talk about the project competition information, and Honorable Abhay Wagh sir and Jadhav sir for giving this opportunity. So this is about some information about the today's project competition of the final round, what we are conducting today. So just go to the next slide. There are 17 parallel sessions will be there today. And these parallel sessions in the following areas: architecture and civil, pharmacy, Internet of Things, machine learning, software engineering, electrical, electronics and telecommunication engineering, mechanical engineering, and civil engineering. And we have projects from the UG students, PG students, and PhD scholars also. So this event is comprising of all sections, all fraternity, student fraternity from undergraduate, postgraduate. Also, the PhD scholar projects will be presented today here. And one of the very important feature about this competition, all the projects which are selected are socially relevant. So we are using our research or the research outcomes for the society interest. And for that purpose, our projects are in the field of environment, agriculture, energy, materials, defense, healthcare. To give just some small idea, some of the projects that we have just collected that information, these are not the best projects we are saying, these are one of the projects of the competition. For example, in environment sector, we have the project called as a plastic dough refund loan, and the waste, which is a gold mine, that type of projects will be presented. Next, in sustainable engineering, we have the projects in the field of a green building for sustainable development and the real-time water quality monitoring using IoT. In social media, we have the project called social media sentiment analysis and speech to code. In the field of the energy and energy management, we have the projects which will be presented today, like a solar operated milk pasteurization system, then solar powered smart bench. And in energy management, we have the project which is called as development of the low cost radiant cooling technology for classroom cooling. So various aspects we are considering. Like a healthcare, we have the project which is Drolons, which is a surveillance by using drones of ambulance, or brain targeted drug delivery system, and very specific projects in the healthcare, like a synthesis and characterization of a antifungal drug. So that also we have today in our presentations, which are the 82 projects which we are shortlisted. Also, we are going through this pandemic, COVID-19, and we are also taking a part that we are also focusing on this area and helping the society. For example, some projects will be presented here today, will be portable hydrogen and oxygen production kit, health monitoring using the artificial intelligence and interactive voice response system, smart recording of hand washing by hospital staff. So this will help the COVID-19 pandemic solving the problems related to it. Then the other areas, which are like a drowsiness detection or the real-time fraud call detection for Hindi language, that also will be presented today in this project competition. And the assessment of this will be done with these 6 parameters, which are very important. As Abhay Wagh sir has given in his speech, and the Bharat Agrawal sir has told in the speech, the concept is to build the startups, potential to scale it up as a product. So we are going for the assessment on the 6 skills, like an innovative and creative problem statement. The problem has to be novel. The thoroughness of the implementation, because if you cannot implement the solution, then it is of no use. Also, there has to be benefits to the society. There has to be connect between the engineering solutions and the society. So we are going to check that also. And we have some skills like a presentation skills and participation of all members. And whatever the solution will be presented has to be feasible, practical, and implementable. That also we are going to see. The most important point will be the potential to scale it up into the startup. into some type of a product. And as we have said earlier, that we have very eminent panel of judges for this regional level project competition, and these judges will give their assessment for the free and fair assessment of these projects. We have Mr. Gajanan Shetkar, who is having his own institute in architecture. Anna Sahib Shrikande sir, then Vipul Patil sir, who is the Chief Executive Officer, then the Jagdish Mishra sir, who is the Managing Director, then Charudat Bhure sir, who is the Vice President of Bharat Forge. Then we have the Chetan Mayavde sir, who is the TRDC, means the Tata Technologies Research and Development Center. Then the Mohit Gakurde, that is there. Then the Vishal Bansode, who is with the EQ Technologies. Then Suhas Bhosle is there. Then Dr. Ganesh Suni, he is from the Quality Control Manager from the software company. Mr. Srinivas Kale, who is a Deputy General Manager from Tata Motors. The Sushant Kamble is there. Then Pawan Deshpande, who is a cloud architect, is there. Om Deshmukh, he is also a senior person in the industry. Mrs. Amita Surana, who is from the pharmacy industry. Dr. Namita Malle, who is a biochemist at the Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital, and the Sandesh Mahamure. So this is the eminent panel of judges we are there, all from industry, all are experts in their domain areas, in their particular areas of work. And this panel of judges is going to assess today's projects. Next. And finally, we are doing this competition with these 3 prizes. The first prize of 25,000 rupees, second prize of 15,000, and third prize of 10,000. So we'll do the assessment today, and then we'll compile the results, and you'll come to know about the prize winners after that. So this is the competition that we are conducting under the guidelines of RODTE Pune. Next. Finally, I thank all the participants, principals, to joining this competition and participating in a large number. And my best wishes to all of you for the project competition. All the best to all participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Shilpa Lambole to present a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Kurutkar. I hope I am audible.
Yes.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes. A warm afternoon to our valued Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Abhay Wagh, Directorate of Technical Education, Maharashtra, Honorable Shri Bharat Agrawal, Managing Trustee, Vishwakarma Institutes, Honorable Dr. D.V. Jadhav, Joint Director, DTE Regional Office, Pune, Honorable Dr. Rajesh Jalnekar, Director, VIT Pune, Honorable Principals of various engineering colleges, esteemed evaluators from the industry of the regional level project competition, Western Zone, and our enthusiastic participants of the competition. On behalf of VIT Pune, I give a really heartfelt thank you for our chief guest, Honorable Dr. Abhay Wagh, who has spent his busiest time gracing the occasion. Today, we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, sir, regarding employability, upscaling, and rescaling. Your thoughts and endeavors to upskill the students and inculcate research culture in them will surely help to germinate the seeds of startup development. I'm sure that educationists with your visionary guidance will contribute to change in education system with a focus on analysis, evaluation, and creativity development. I'm glad to inform you, sir, that at VIT, under the able guidance of Honorable Director, sir, Dr. Jalnekar, and Honorable Shri Bharat Agrawal, we have been implementing outcome-based education since a decade. I'm grateful to respected Dr. D.V. Jadhav, sir, for giving us the opportunity to organize this esteemed regional technical project competition to celebrate 75th year of India's independence. I'm sure that with your inspiring words, participants will be encouraged to convert their projects into startup. As Honorable Shri Bharat Agrawal has said, apart from doing social activities, VIT is also paving the way ahead for entrepreneurship development in students. As you have mentioned, sir, students at VIT are also recruited solely based on their projects. I'm sure that your thoughts will develop a sense of competitiveness in the participants of this competition also. In the words of Honorable Director, sir, projects are responsible in developing peer learning, team management, emotional intelligence, and emotional quotient, critical thinking, decision making, service, and a never give up attitude in students. The same have been imbibed in the students of VIT. And I'm sure that all participants will also focus on developing these characteristics in them. Now, this type of event cannot happen overnight. The wheels started moving a few months back. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate to be supported by a team of very active and dedicated faculty of our department. A special mention to our respected director, Dr. Jalnekar sir, being the catalyst that inspired us to do our best, and he stood as a pillar of power with us. With deep sense of appreciation, I would also like to appreciate project competition coordinators, Dr. Ganesh Dongre, Dean R&D, and Professor Mukund Kulkarni, Head Department of Multidisciplinary Engineering, for their tireless efforts in smooth organization of the competition. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madam. I once again thank Honorable Dr. Abhay Wagh, Honorable Dr. D.V. Jadhav, Honorable Bharat Agrawal ji, Honorable Dr. Rajesh Jalnekar sir for sparing their valuable time and being with us today and taking out some time from their busy schedules. Now, with permission of all dignitaries, I formally announce that the inauguration ceremony is over. Thank you all. Thank you once again. I request the participants and the panelists to stay back for formal announcements.
So I wish good luck to all of you, and congratulations for wonderful organization of this event. Special thanks to all the judges for sparing their valuable time, and I wish good luck to all the participants. So I take your leave now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
very much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So there are few common instructions.
Just a minute, madam.
Yes.
Kannade sir, तुम्ही recording stop केलं तरी चालेल.